Hello, hello. We're destroying a planet today. That's gonna be fun. Well, okay, it's not actually that exciting. We're just clicking a delete button and it's gonna go away forever. So a very simple purge. I don't remember what I was doing. Okay, let's see. Remove glass and buildings from Kion and then destroy. Okay, so there's like 80,000 glass on here that I want to recover. Probably not worth it, but yeah, I figured I should recover it. We do need a request. We have a Kion landing pad here, which already has 4 rocket fuel in it somehow. That's gonna screw with things. That's not ideal. Now we'll just throw it in here. I think what we're waiting on, there should be a rocket, let's see, somewhere over here. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is my rocket part rocket. And is it filling? Yeah, yeah. Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. So wherever we find Kion landing pad 2. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What is this one? Why do I have a second one? I don't think I'm supposed to have a second one. Why? There we go. There we go. Now there won't be any confusion. I need to make sure it didn't rename it. Yeah, okay, that's good. So this needs, well, let's see. This one's disabled. That's a good sign. Also, I like this recycle loop I added. It keeps them running maybe not a lot better. Also, why am I still using medium power poles? Someone told me this a while ago that I should stop using them, and they were so right. Like, I can afford substations, although I should increase the limit on those. Where am I producing them? I'm pretty sure they're in a pretty random spot in my base. Like, just crammed next to they're crammed next to core mining drills, casting machines, big electric poles. Oh, the big electric poles make sense. And roboports. Okay, I guess that this is a reasonable spot. They have a very similar recipe to roboports. The only thing different is the wire. So okay, yeah, this is reasonable. I'm not completely crazy. I think I can remove the limits because yeah. Maybe I should set it to a logistic network limit. Nah, we'll just set it to rows because we don't really. I want to be able to burst out things faster, so I want to start setting larger limits for things, which will stall a lot of my production for a while. But it would be nice to not have to worry so much about like pasting 20,000 roboports at once. Speaking of, would that be a good idea to completely cover this area? I feel like no it wouldn't, but on the other hand, it would be kind of nice. I think we need to start expanding my base out, which not sure how I'm going to do that because we would need the walls to be built before we get attacked. Maybe if we just start building walls, the artillery can defend me somehow. I don't know. Or maybe I could do like temporary laser turret stuff. But we don't really have a good way to expand without being there in person. Also, wait, is this spot completely safe? Wait, hold up. We might not need to be defending that corner. There's a chance that it doesn't go all the way there. Oh my gosh. Wait. Is this shallows? I can't tell. I'm assuming these guys have not attacked. Is there any way I can tell? Do flamethrowers have a kill count? Well, that wouldn't really tell me much because there used to be bases over here. So I actually have this entire corner that doesn't need to be defended. That doesn't really help with expansions because there's nothing over here. Okay, well that only gives me a spot I can build things, but that's about it. It doesn't really help me get more resources. What is this? Oh, are these all spawned from this single base? I mean, they would have to be. I feel like that's not great, but also I wonder if this causes me to get attacked less. Like, I imagine there's a limit to how much they can spawn. So maybe that just makes it approach the limit. Gosh, this is such a large area. How do people deal with this? I guess plague bombs probably are how you deal with it, or you just dedicate. I think I saw someone playing once and they said they dedicated like 20 hours to just clearing novice, which sounds deeply unpleasant. So that is not my plan. Honestly, I think I'll just defend as needed, and maybe if we hold out long enough, I will get plague bombs, because I don't want to clear novice. I really don't. Like, and I can't justify pushing out, because we're not really low on anything. So we'll just go back. Let's see, is it done sending rocket fuel yet? I think it is. 260, okay. I am gonna save. Hello, Tice, welcome, welcome. I don't trust that I did this correctly. Also, we need to pretty much immediately disable it. What's my favorite sport? Um, that's a good question. Soccer used to be my favorite, or... So yeah, that's fair. Soccer because of the socks. This is so true. I need to get soccer socks. They'll just be socks or... But yeah, I used to play soccer as a kid. And then I just stopped one day. And then I don't think I ever played another sport again. You've been thinking about that joke all day. I appreciate it. It was a good pun. Okay, how's this going? This is going pretty good. Okay, LDS is not producing fast enough, but I think I knew that, especially since it's not producing fast enough because we're launching so many rockets. Oof. I wonder if I should make these red belt. Nah. The belt delay is what? This is only like... There's only like 400 tiles. That's like 10 minutes of belt delay. Both directions, right? Yeah, we can live with that. No, wait. Not quite that much. It's the other way around. It's about 5 minutes of belt delay. 5.5 or so. Yeah, we can live with that. It's not like we're launching rockets every 5 minutes. I don't know what's happening there. Kion orbit is missing roboports. That's fine. Okay. So... I guess I just manually empty this, right? Oh, wait, no. No, I need stack filter inserters. And then they also need to be disabled. Okay, we need a capsule. Which I'm pretty sure we are already at. Capsules less than 1. There we go. I don't know why I put so many on the network, but that's fine. And then this needs to be cargo landing pad. Or cargo rocket sections less than 100. And yeah, there's no reason for me to have this many, so I'm just gonna ignore them. Then let's see, what do we have on hand? Oh, we could probably use a substation. There we go, that will fill. Don't know what's happening there. I guess there's always that delay, huh? Huh. Yeah, I've never like stared at it, but it takes a while. Takes a while for this to fill, I imagine. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It fills a little bit faster if you don't have it completely full. But it doesn't make a huge difference. We're not in a rush with this. We could also just hand feed them if we really wanted to. But it still needs to fill with like 40,000 rocket fuel, so we're definitely okay. Speaking of which, I guess we can just throw rocket fuel in the original warehouse and that will be fine. Wait, did I just see 600 of the good solar panels are in there? Why do I have 600 of the good solar panels in this? What the heck? Wait, why? Or is that the whole logistic network? No, that's in that chest. That's not great. I'm glad I noticed, because that would actually be a very expensive loss. That is an insane amount. No idea how they got there. No idea why this planet is even hurting for power if I have 600 of those, but yeah, it's not great, so better fix it soon. I don't see... There should be a chest in here, right? No, wait. Ah, there we go. That's where I put my stuff. Then I'll just put regular stack inserters, and we should be good. This isn't super balanced, but I think that's fine. Maybe if we redistribute them here first, that'll be better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I guess we can start unpacking now as well. We can just delete this. We need an assembling machine, and we need another chest. Now we have a chest that we can use. Okay, unpacking, which is this one. Nope, is not, is the other one. They always click the wrong one. But yeah, I would say it works. I'd say it works good with both. At least verbally. In writing, it probably does work a little bit better in Danish. I wonder if I just clicked on the wrong spot. I probably just clicked on the wrong spot. There's also a capsule in here that sounds useful. Because we only have one. Why do we only have one? Oh, because we only needed one. Okay, that makes sense then. I guess I'll just store it in here until we figure out what we need to do with it. Okay, so this is going to take a while to fill. I could do another fuel refinery, right? I'm pretty sure I have more. They're just in here. Which, yep, I am correct. Cool. That's a bit of a mess. Why do I have so much glass? Did I actually control click this? Yeah, that has to be it. Okay, there we go. We can add a stack inserter. Give it some speed modules if we really want. I have no idea where this rocket fuel is coming from, but I guess that's fine. Then I'm just going to put another one here, which almost can get powered. Not quite. Is it already ready for launch? I feel like it's already ready for launch. So I didn't really need to set these up. I feel like they go from like looking like they're half full to being full really fast. I wonder if it's just because I finally connect things. Oh wait. I'm very, very confused. Also, I'm gonna rename it now that I know what I'm doing. Destroy canoe. Yeah, that's right. That's definitely what this planet is called. Why? Why did it start beeping? I wonder if it beeps when... Oh, it probably beeps when cargo sections are done. As opposed to when it's filled with fuel and actually ready to launch. Which is a bit of an odd choice, but, you know, it's not the end of the world or anything. Heat shielding. LDS, honestly, none of this stuff is worth keeping. Not like... Yeah, none of this stuff is worth keeping. I also don't know where I got all those blueprint planners and junk. Okay. So, that's one. Are we filling this one right now? Yes, we are. That's probably why it's taking a while, because I have to fill twice as many as I thought I was. Let's just throw in the speed modules. They'll be done soon enough. Okay, what else do I need to get done on this planet? There might be a lot more in storage than I think there is. So I'm just going to look through this. Let's see. Landmines we don't need. Repair packs. I'll keep a few repair packs just for the occasional, you know, misplaced launch, but they're definitely not high priority. Let's see what else. These are kind of expensive, but they're not like so expensive that they're worth keeping. Solar power, technically, I think we can survive off of solar power with a new base. Because the only reason that I really needed to switch away from solar panel power initially is because a lot of our power was going to keep these things running. And now that we have the orbital defenses, I think that we're good. And we can run a decent sized base even with pure solar. It's not great because we have like 8% solar efficiency on this planet or something. It's pretty bad. 22. Okay, we have 22% solar efficiency. That's not great, but when you don't have any like biters to worry about, like nothing can go wrong if it stops. Except maybe okay, things can go wrong. Possibly. I'll have to have workarounds to protect the fuel delivery. But aside from that, I think it'll be okay. And then what else? Explosives. Productivity modules are still in here. How are productivity modules still in here? Do I have another storage chest somewhere? I feel like I have to, right? Huh. Where could I find that? Oh. Okay, what does this have? This has some expensive things that I would like a whole lot more refineries. Okay, yeah. This is pretty important. You know what? I don't think we're gonna use trains here, but we might as well. We might as well have them. Just in case. Just on the off chance that I do decide to actually make a train system here. Because I think I will eventually need trains on like every planet. Might as well start. This is pretty full, so I'm hoping that we're pretty much done with this planet. Because we can only afford to launch this and then launch it right back. Which probably will work. I hope it works. And we do have our full inventory as well that we can use. What else? Anything important? 30 efficiency modules, not worth it. Cargo pods, not worth it. Okay, we have pretty much everything of importance now. Let's see, solid fuel should be good. This is probably ready to launch, so we'll send this back. Glad temporary. Wait, yeah, that's the right planet. That's the right planet. Okay, so glass is gonna start emptying. Let's give this some sack inserters so it can start filling again. Which I think is going to take a while, so maybe I shouldn't do it this way. Can I move some things around? Yeah, I can probably move this. Oh my gosh. You can't walk between the silos. Keep forgetting that. There we go. Now everything's powered. Okay, so as long as those fill by the time rocket fuel fills, we're good. And because... Actually, I don't know how it filled so fast. Oh, probably because there's still some left in the tanks. Okay. We are not producing as much rocket fuel as I thought I was. I really should have just sent more. That's really all there is to it. Oh wait, okay, we can get more fuel refineries. We can definitely get more of those. They should have plenty here. We need some pipes, we need some inserters, we need just a small amount of belt. And maybe some speed modules if we can. That will help speeding up what we already have. Do we have an underground? No, we do not. So we will use belt undergrounds instead. Perfect. I didn't bring long inserters. Okay, so this is going to be funky looking then. We also don't have power poles. Okay, so we're just going to have to make another trip. That's fine, but not ideal. There we go. Now we can sideload that. Let's add a stack inserter because this can actually get pretty fast. Actually, that might be enough for power in terms of power poles. If we can steal one from somewhere else, we'll be good. Let's see, what won't cut our base? This won't. This entire trip, completely useless. It served no purpose. I am glad I did it. Because now I know to never try to recover a planet again. Also, I know not to start on a planet now, just in general, if I don't have spider defenses set up. So I guess there's a lot of things that we can do to fix this. Okay, will this work? Is this actually an entire yellow belt? Or is it just because it was backed up? Can't tell. Okay, this needs a stack inserter out. I think these just produce way faster than I think they do. Maybe that's been my problem this whole time, not the amount of light oil. Okay, we'll see if we actually get enough light oil now. Because let's see, 50,000? Actually, that's okay. That means we only need to wait for like 300 rocket fuel or something, or 600 rocket fuel. Which is like 5 minutes, so we can use that time to... Honestly, I could... How many roboports do I have? 400. Yeah, I do want to start recovering roboports. There is a chance that I can just leave this planet and be okay. But I also have to go back to orbit. So, wait, which button is orbit? There we go. These look nicely defended. I'm assuming that I set things up to add more of these before I wanted to completely destroy these. These are not connected. Really? I that was a mistake. Okay, I can make that work. We just need to get a little bit of scaffolding, and we need to put long inserters in here instead. Wait, none of these connect. Wait, how do these tessellate? How do these connect, but these don't? What pattern are these? Oh, these are like 4 wide. Okay. I see. Yeah, that would do it. So we'll put the rest of those, and then we'll just copy this whole pattern and paste it down, and that will work a lot better. And then we'll just put one in the middle, right here. So that way things connect, and we don't have to do anything awkward. Well, more awkward about it. Okay, this should have more than enough power now, because this is about 160 megawatts, I think. 150 megawatts. Yeah, that's more than good. And then maybe I should have just finished this, because I think we have enough scaffold for this. Barely. Just to make it a little bit prettier. There we go, that'll get powered, and then we can just sit here and keep clicking because there's not much else to do right now. Okay, so these will launch here. How am I going to get off this planet? I just realized something. This doesn't have any rocket parts. Yeah. That's a mistake. That's fine, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't think it will take much to go from here back down. Yeah. It's fine. We'll be okay. So maybe we should go back to orbit and start figuring that out. Let's see, what do we have? We have a couple options. We do have enough rocket parts here. I need to start filling this one. Let's add the same logic. There we go. Okay, so we can put enough packed sections, I believe, in here to be able to get a rocket back down. The only problem with that is that I don't have rocket fuel, and I can't see how much we need. Unless I happen to leave... I never remember the buttons for this. Do we have any more scaffold? Because this is kind of... Actually, can I just, like... shift this over? Oh, cool. That makes things a lot simpler. Hopefully, assuming we still have enough ion fuel. Okay. Really hope we have enough for this. If not, I think we can just steal from different places. We definitely do not have enough. Unless it's just not connected. It could just be that bots are out of range. Let's see. Yeah, we have enough. That should be enough space, so we can launch this again. I don't know if this is actually like wasteful or not. I don't know if that uses any fuel. I think it uses like 1,000 to do that. I'm not sure how the ion streams calculate like their cost. I don't know if it's like... I don't know... Like, I am assuming it calculates it per second, but I don't know about the instant launch into space. Because it did look like this number went down by about 500 per. Okay, let's see if we have a silo here. We do not. Wait, yes we do. We do. Cool. We have some space belts, so I think I can just place that silo wherever. Okay, we need to see how much it costs to launch back down to novice. Okay, 4,800 fuel. That is 96 rocket fuel. We have that. We might even have that up here. Oh, we totally do. The only thing we don't have is a fuel refinery, but that's fine. Actually, we do have a fuel refinery. Okay, we are not completely screwed. That is very exciting. This needs to go one tile to the right, though. In the spaceship UI, it takes you how many millijoules it takes to take off. Oh, is that what this launch energy is? Cool. Oh, it's a lot. 11 gigajoules. But I guess these are pretty dense, right? I don't really know. I don't know what temperature they are, but I imagine a lot. Each one holds at least 5 millijoules per unit. Up to 100? Yeah, okay. That explains why I use this so little. Where were we? Assembling machine. I don't have a space assembling machine. Did I bring a space manufacturer? No. Okay, so we're not completely screwed, but we do have to manually pack the rocket, which might take a while, but that's fine. It is better than the alternative. So I'll take it. I also want to unload them into different spots. So let's actually start getting this set up, which I'm still not sure this is how I want to do this planet, but it's a start. Okay, so this can output here. We actually need the unpacking machine here, which is perfect. Okay, when we eventually get the unpacking machine, that is. We need a heavy, not heavy cargo, packed cargo section. And there we go. We could have actually put it a little bit closer, but it's not like we're super hurting for space. And then this will just need logic to start filling it. There we go. So the only reason for doing it this way is to make it that this stuff is prioritized. So this only outputs if we have less than 40 in the chest. And like an input prio does also work, but if you do like an input prio, you do like with a splitter, you do run into issues with like speed sometimes. So I figured I might as well avoid that. Although I still haven't decided if I want to use a rocket on this planet or not, so this might be completely useless logic. That's not right. Packed less than 100. Okay. This entire purpose is for spending... Wait. The entire purpose of this is to send back spare parts. And for this one rocket that we're going to be building. So yeah, I guess it's not super high importance. Do these match up? Yeah, we're gonna have to use some filter inserters and a belt for this. Unless I have a requester chest. I might have brought a single requester chest, which I will definitely use for a very temporary solution. Or I'll just do this. Yeah, that works too. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel, rocket fuel. There we go. That can start filling, because we really don't need a ton. That means we don't have to bring any back to space. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to bring them all, because I do not want to accidentally bring too little. That would be terrible. We are very close to being able to destroy it, but we are out of rocket fuel, so let's see. I could make some last minute changes, or I could just start recovering things. Let's see, these are fairly empty. If I leave a pump behind, we can probably launch like 20 rocket fuel earlier, but that's really not that important. I did not finish putting speed mods in these. That would help. Yeah, that gives me a small boost. I could even put a beacon, which I know I have. I just don't know where. There we go. We'll give it the speed 2s and a bunch of speed 1s, so that way they work. What is that? 100% faster? So like a 50% boost in speed? You know what? That's actually a lot. It would have been perfect if I started it earlier. Now it's just a matter of recovering everything. Everything important, which is really just the roboports. We can leave the flamethrower defenses. They are not expensive. I am worried that if I do cut stuff like this, they won't make it back into the network. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Oh my gosh, why is it sending so many? Oh, there must be repair packs. Yeah. Well, okay, they do end up making it back if they get cut in the right order. usually. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's full safe, but I think it's pretty safe. Then hopefully we only have one storage chest for these to go in. We definitely don't need accumulators, but like I don't think we need accumulators anywhere. I am packing the planet up and then I'm gonna purge it. It's honestly not worth doing. I was curious what it would be like to just like destroy a planet and then build the exact same planet basically, or the exact same base on the same planet. Because I don't want, I want to refresh this planet mostly because it has biters and they annoy me. And if I delete it, it won't have biters anymore, or it shouldn't have biters anymore. So that's my goal. It is very much not worth it, but I thought it would be fun to see what it was like to pack up a planet. I would not recommend it. We can also start recovering these, which these are actually kind of expensive, so that will be nice. And then we can recover all the roboports. Substations, I mean, I don't really need to get substations, but I might as well. We just have to hope that we don't get destroyed due to the lack of repair packs during this time. But I think we'll be fine. We don't need the pipes. Roboports would be good. Okay. Probably should have decon stuff in a different order, but I'm sure it'll be okay. It won't really. We might have to recover a few bots by hand. I'm not sure. I don't know what these guys are doing. Okay, we might have to... I forgot some of the chests had junk in it, so we might place a few roboforts to keep those connected. Like these guys. Actually, these ones are just broken now, aren't they? Yeah, definitely should have done the roboforts last. They had too many repair packs inside them, and I kind of forgot about those. Oh, that's probably important. Probably important. Okay. Honestly, are these guys worth it? That's a decent amount of meteor defense ammo, but pretty low priority. I also cut off these guys, which is probably bad. Depends what they have, though. They might be fine. Also, I have bots. I forgot I had bots. Maybe I should have just used them instead of the global ones, and then everything would have been better. Like, what are these guys holding? Roboforts? Yeah, considering I'm packing up the Roboforts intentionally, I should probably recover them. But yeah, if you decon Roboforts that are way out of range, it's not a good idea. Depending on the order they decon them, you can just like disconnect your network, which is a little bit bad. Not like game breaking, because the thing is we don't have anything else to do right now, which is why this was a terrible idea. It's just a very long adventure for basically no benefit. Spending way more resources than we'll save. Well, maybe not spending more resources, but yeah, I definitely didn't really need to do this. I also might try to save some uranium if I can. Probably don't need to, though. You don't need the repair packs. Actually, I'm just going to leave a chest with the junk. Don't need landmines, don't need... those are kind of expensive, but I overproduce so many that I don't actually care at this point. But yeah, there's no way this is going to be useful. Or at all worth the effort. Is what I'm realizing. Because I've had to send like 3 rockets to recover this planet. And yeah, I've spent like 3 rockets to recover this planet, and that just sounds like a mistake. I think I can make do with one of these now, as long as we don't cut solar power. There is a way to force delete a surface if as friendly enemies. I know. Yeah, I know. We would not be doing this if I thought I had to delete every single entity. Don't worry. This is more of a I was curious what it would be like, not a I think this is necessary in any way sort of deal. Yeah, don't worry don't worry there. We're good. I just wanted to pack up the planet. But yeah, we are 100% planning to just use that button. Cargo rocket sections, good. How's the rocket fuel? 26,000? Okay, we only need like 20,000 more. I also need another capsule, which we will get one more when we come back. Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we needed that capsule. We almost didn't bring enough capsules, but maybe I actually counted. That's possible. I might have actually counted something. But yeah, I did consider packing up this planet and putting the blueprint of the exact same planet right on top of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do that. Also, it wasn't that worth it, or it didn't seem that worth it, because the thing about doing that, that makes the assumption that I like this planet and want it to look like this again, and I really don't, because it's a complete mess due to the fact that we had to basically make it just a bunch of walls to deal with biters that I wasn't expecting, because I didn't know how biter meteors worked initially. Now that I understand, I just want to redo the whole thing. See, we don't need this. We're leaving a lot of stuff behind, but I think we'll be okay. Although we haven't been attacked in a while, so like, but I think that's because we haven't polluted in a while. But it's getting attacked a lot, and I don't like sinking resources to defend it, which is why we just kind of gave up on it a long time ago. And then it survived 50 hours, so we're destroying it out of not really. I was gonna say pity. It's more we're destroying it out of pettiness. Like, it wasn't supposed to survive, and I can't have it surviving when it's not supposed to, because it's just not right. Then I really hope this has enough power with solar panels for launch, because really, if I could recover that nuclear reactor, that would be great, because I only have 4. What was the initial threat level? Well, it's biter meteors, so none. Well, I don't know if those are mutually exclusive, but I've never seen a biter planet that doesn't have a 0 threat level to start with. But because I didn't know how the biter meteors worked, they had spread out over like the entire planet by the time I got here, which means it's basically just a normal planet now with an unknown threat level that was really hard to clear, so I just am resetting it. It seemed like the easiest solution. There we go. That looks good. I wish the rocket fuel was producing faster, but there's not much I can do about that. Is LDS worth recovering? Oh wait, we should probably disable these, because they might not work properly now. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the threat level wasn't bad. It was just getting a bit unmanageable, so we just left it. Flamethrower turrets, we won't need these, but might as well take them. Processed fuel. Yeah, nothing here. We have all the buildings. The only thing I really care about are the buildings, because I did not pack another rocket to bring more. The meteors, industrial furnaces, warehouses. I think that's everything important there. Yeah, and look at that. We have plenty of rocket space. Well, maybe not plenty. Some rocket space. And then this is almost full. They're keeping the same level, which is kind of annoying. I definitely should have left a gap between them, because I don't actually. I want to go to space, like right now, so I can start unpacking this rocket. But it's not in the cards, it looks like. Also, I need to start unpacking these. Let's see if I have space. Also, I can't even get in this rocket. Oh, wait. No, if I went into space first, this would be left behind. Okay, so never mind. We do actually want to do it in this order. Because otherwise, we're leaving behind potentially an entire rocket silo, which I have not accounted for. So yeah, we definitely need it. What was that? Wait, this still has stuff in it? Oh, okay. We have more than enough cargo sections. We don't need that anymore because we have everything to launch. 8K rocket fuel left? No. 12K rocket fuel left. That's not bad. What else can we be doing? Also, these... Frick. That was not great. I chest exploded a little bit because I forgot they do not stack. Gates, I guess we can just drop this. Cliff explosives, assembling machines. Yeah, we'll just leave those behind. Okay, yeah, we can't even get in this rocket until this one launches. Okay, so I guess we could go to... Let's see, what other planets do we have? How's this one working? This one needs to get a dedicated vulcanite rocket, which I think would be super helpful because it needs to go to 2 different planets. So that would be kind of useful, especially since it needs 2 different vulcanite rockets, and putting them in one rocket isn't. It's kind of annoying. Now let's see if we have any more cargo silos. And then, considering that I'm realizing that sending rocket fuel between them is a terrible idea, I'm gonna leave a gap. See, are these within range? No, they're not, so I won't be able to tell if I'm missing them. Oh. We do not have enough defenses on this planet. Okay, let's see if we can get some more meteor defenses. At some point in time, we're power limited, but we have nuclear power now, so should probably expand this. Let's hope it has enough. Because yeah, it is not supposed to fire all of them at once. That means there is probably a crash somewhere, right? 9 out of 11 meteors destroyed. Okay. But this isn't a biter meteor planet, so it's fine. I think that's probably why I left that one a little undefended. But yeah, I think we need to start increasing our meteors. Let's see. Nuclear processing is going great. It's actually not buffering up as much uranium as I'd like. I guess we're sending a lot of it back to Novice, which is probably why, but I think we need to increase this production, so that'll probably be our next plan. Someone gave us a blueprint to save steam here, though, which is great. So that way the planet itself isn't consuming that much power. So I'm assuming it works. It feels like it works. I have no way of knowing, but I feel like it works. Okay, so this needs... We need a landing pad requesting rocket parts as well. So let's see if we have another landing pad. Because I kind of just want to redesign this planet a little bit. And then we need a fuel refinery. Actually, wait. If we're requesting rocket parts, that means we technically need to request capsules. I have no idea how I get capsules to other planets, if I'm being honest. I probably don't want to send like 500. But if we're sending more off of this planet than we're shipping in, I don't really know how to... I don't know how to manage capsules. What does it cost to produce a capsule locally? Oh, that's so many ingredients. There's no way I can do that locally. Is there? No, there's not. How do people manage the capsule logic? It made sense when I was sending 1 rocket at a time, but now that I have planets with like 4 output rockets, I don't know how to handle capsule requests. Unless I just like fill a rocket with 500 of them. That is technically an option, but that's a little bit wasteful. And if you send too many, they just get out of control. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea how to handle that. Maybe I should just keep 2 maybe I should just keep 2 delivery pods on this planet instead. But it's sending to too many places that I don't want to use delivery pods. Although, let's see, we have coal. All of these can go in a delivery pod. The only problem with delivery pods is they can only go to 1 location as opposed to multiple. So if you have a new planet that needs like vulcanite or something, you can't just plop down a landing pad and say, hey, bring me vulcanite. That's the advantage of like the dedicated rockets. Exceptions is uranium, because that is so incredibly expensive. Well, not incredibly expensive, but I don't need entire rockets full of it on each planet. So these will stick with the landing pad, or the rocket cannons, delivery cannons, whatever you want to call them. This also needs to be redesigned. This is This is actually decent, aside from the fact that we're not actually consuming this power anymore. I might need to start landfilling it. Because this worked really well back when I was using this more than I was steam power, but now it's not prioed enough. And yeah, we're only consuming 10% of these most of the time, which is not great for something that is literally just intended to basically waste it. If we could get this up and running again, I think that also handles it though, right? Actually, no, this one doesn't have a great way of recycling it. Why don't I just send them all down there? And then split it here with a prio to the right. That works, I think. Yeah, that should work fine. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this planet. Like, obviously it's a very important planet and I need to figure something out, but I just don't know how to deal with this kind of these kinds of throughputs or these kinds of outputs. So far, the only planet with multiple rockets on it that would ever have this problem is Novice. I guess I could make the assumption that maybe I import more than I output on this planet, but I really don't think that's true. This planet is pretty much entirely self-sufficient, aside from water ice, which is not used a lot, especially because of all the recycling loops. I'm pretty sure I only use 1 water for like every 100 water I get. Like it's like only a 1% loss. Oh, there we go. Now we can send all our glass back. There we go. How do I get rid of this? I really hope this follows regular tank rules. I'll probably have to save it. I should be able to empty it into a chest or something though. Let's see. Yeah, I might have to empty them into a tank and then reattach them. Yeah, okay. That's expected. You use drone-filled sushi rockets to supply your outpost? Oh yeah. Yeah, drones would definitely work. They would simplify it a lot. What is this? It has 18 sections left. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so we actually need to do something a little bit annoying here. We need to set up a pump. And yeah, we need to set up a pump and empty the rockets because the way that they're filling right now is not ideal. Let's move this laser. Let's do a second pump. Yeah, currently we can't fill this one without filling this one. Unless we had like way too much rocket fuel. So we need to empty it first, send it back into the tanks, and then send it into only 1 rocket. Because it doesn't work like tanks where if you delete it, it just fills the thing next to it. Which I think tanks do. I'm not actually confident. Then let's just clear these explosives. We really don't need this many. Especially since that's not how we'll be transporting anymore. There we go. This should be enough for a launch. Yeah, we'll just delete it now. Rotate the pump. Accidentally rotated it twice. And there we go. That's everything we need on this planet. I can give it one more check, but I don't know. It feels pretty bare bones. If we forgot anything, I can't imagine it's important. There we go. And if I use 2 pumps, maybe it fills faster. Probably not. But yeah, rockets. You know, that's not a... It would take a lot of rockets for that, right? Like, I could do sushi rockets with varying amounts of requests. The problem with those is that you have to request like a lot, or you have to send a lot of empty rockets. But I guess if that's the only way to get capsules over, sushi rockets aren't terrible. Like I could just send a rocket every time it requests 100 items. and have one of those sushi rockets for every planet I have, which is a lot of it is a lot of what are they called, transmitters and stuff. But it is an option. Really didn't need to do that, but we're gonna grab it just in case. There we go. Destroy canoe. Okay. Oh, restart. There we go. Perfect. Okay, canoe orbit landing pad. I think that's the right one. Okay, and now we can just completely delete it, and then we start anew on this planet with without biters. It'll be fantastic. Or we mess everything up and none of it works. One of the two. But we have a lot more meteor defense ammo, which is great. Well, also we have a lot less going down, because there's a lot of things we don't really need in the other planet. This isn't set up right. How is that not set up right? Oh, there aren't any of those sections here. Right, we just needed to unpack by hand based on how many I was missing, which is like 20 because we didn't bring a space assembling machine somehow. There we go. Okay, robots are important. Belts are definitely important. Inserters, pipes, storage tanks, pumps, power poles, logic bots. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Space capsule. Okay, so we need to go down there first with just a couple things. We do have enough rocket fuel, I hope, unless I convert it at all. There should be some more on this, though. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't think I was that dumb. Maybe a little bit. There we go. I like how cheap it is to leave orbit and land down, which I guess makes sense. Orbit's pretty empty. We don't need meteor defense installations. Realistically, I should have just put these closer together and used a different landing pad temporarily so I could just empty everything, but that's fine. How did this many cargo sections get sent up? Huh. Weird. Definitely not a problem. But yeah, that's a lot more than I expected. Okay, these can stay there. Okay, what don't we need? I want to send most of this back down. Probably only half the solar panels, though. I would prefer most of them stay above. But yeah, most of the stuff we recovered just so we could send it back down. Exceptions. I might leave a signal receiver. No, I already have one of those. Okay, we don't need that. Delivery cannon here could be good. Although we mostly need that down back on the planet. We definitely clicked on the wrong spot there. Unfortunate. These we can put wherever. Especially if we put them in here. Because we don't need those anymore. That's why we have these built in orbit. So that way space is fine. It might be worth it to leave some roboports here. Because I would like to finish this. So that way we actually can place roboports wherever we want. This is fine. I have no idea why I have 2 provider chests here, but yeah, that works. Like, it's technically functional. I guess I'll just transfer by hand, probably. Which means we get a warehouse, we dump everything in it except life support. We just dump it. You know what? Let's include life support. Let's just click fast. There we go. Look at that. The rocket has 60 slots free in it, too. So this worked decently. Let's give it some solar panels, but for the most part, I guess we just go down in person. Because all we need to do is go down and place a landing pad. That's our only purpose. Inventory, perfectly fine. Anything that I really don't need. That looks pretty good. We cleared out most of the junk. Nothing I can really use in space. I actually would like to keep 50 construction bots up here, because I probably keep stealing them. Actually, it's hard to tell. I probably keep stealing them. I tend to keep stealing them. Okay, and then I guess I'll save again. I don't trust myself. I really do not trust myself. I would like rocket fuel, please. Do I have any? Nope. Looks like we'll be walking. I should have filled the rest of my inventory with what was it? Um, I should have filled the rest of my inventory with, I can't think of the name, processed fuel, because I had a lot of that, and yeah, we had a lot of processed fuel that I could have used. I didn't realize I had 0 rocket fuel left over. Okay, there we go. Delete is going to lag a lot as it deletes an entire surface, and there we go. I really hope this works. There's a chance I did it wrong. There's a very good chance of that. Or it just doesn't actually work like I thought it would. But I'm pretty sure it works. We'll drop these here. I'm just going to put a chest here. There we go. To fill the next rocket, which we'll definitely have. And now we land wherever. We bring our landing pad, and we send this rocket back down so we can rebuild the planet. And then we can figure out the logistics chain later. Yeah, it should be nice and safe now. And this way we don't have to randomly crash a rocket, which is fantastic, because that is not ideal. I feel like placing this in the middle of the base probably is a bad idea, but that's fine. There's like 4 resources meeting here. Canoe landing pad. Canoe home, maybe? Trying to think of like better naming systems. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, we don't have a pin here because we won't need to go here very often. Okay, and then we still need to figure out how to send meteor defense refills to other planets. We have 2 different options. One of them involves 5 meteor defenses for every single planet, which is honestly not terrible. Or sorry, not 5 meteor defenses. One of the options is to send 5 delivery cannons to every planet, and the other option, and then the other option is to send a rocket. Sending a rocket requires 2 landing pads, because you need a rocket part landing pad as well. And if you do things with capsule, yeah, you don't need to worry about capsules though. But we will need a rocket part rocket for at least rocket fuel of some sort. We could just use copper for that if we really wanted to. But I think that needs a lot of water. But yeah, we would need a rocket fuel rocket. And that's about it. We would just need a rocket fuel rocket. So it's very circular, but it's very easy to set up because you could just copy and paste it in every single orbit, which is nice. The other system would require me to set up 5 meteor launches. I know that's not what they're called. Delivery cannons. The other way would require me to set up like 5 delivery cannons every single time, which isn't necessarily bad, but it is more. It is a lot more manual stuff to set up. So that's something to consider. Let's see, where can we get substations? Did I only bring 50 substations? No wonder why someone told me I need to start using substations more. They saw this run where I built substations to another planet, and I had only brought 100, and instead brought like 50,000 solar panels, which was definitely a mistake. Looks kind of cool. I like that. I like that staggered pattern. It works a lot better too with. Let's see, where's maximum distance? Yeah, it's a cool pattern. It works a lot better with these solar panels than it does with. Actually, no, it doesn't really work. It kind of does though. I kind of like this. I'm not sure. I'm indecisive. It has a decent look. Yeah, we can live with this. We can live with this. This will give us our starting power. Except it doesn't work. It doesn't actually have a pattern to it, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it doesn't have a pattern. Nope, no, it doesn't have a pattern. Well, that's fine. We're committed. No going back now. Roboport, Roboport. We need to give them the Roboports, or the robots. These are running so slowly. There's no way they're that bad. Oh, it's nighttime. It's nighttime. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Also, this drained a lot of the power. Okay, so we need cryonite processing. We need copper ore. And then we need to start scanning the planet as well. Not like it matters that much. It's not like we have biters that are going to kill us, hopefully. At least, and if we do, then all of this was for nothing, which is not great. But if we go back to orbit, it's very critical that these don't miss anything. So I think we need to add more. Maybe we can send more when we send our first rocket fuel rocket. Just do like some manual rocket that sends more meter defenses and then also sends some scaffolding. Because I really don't want to have to worry about this planet. Because if any biters slip through and we don't have defenses, we'll just have to go and we'll have to hand clear the bases before they spread. And then we run into the exact same situation again. Huh. So that's not good. How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh, wait. How do you fix this? Does this work? That doesn't sound like a good idea, but it might work. Is just deleting the train a cop out? That is the question. I'm tempted, but the fact that it has like 99 ammo in it isn't great. It's also outside of range. Oh, this is a terrible spot for that to happen. Wait, why is that out of range? Okay, we need to figure out why that happened. I think we need a minimum. I think we need a minimum stop at the refuel. Where's the refuel anyway? Full cargo inventory and time passed of like 15 seconds. Decon planner can take it back. Can it though? I know it normally can, but it's outside of range. So, I mean, I guess if my only option is heading back, that's still better than like flying back to fix it. Wait, what did that do? Not if it's out of range. Okay. I thought maybe there was something I was missing that would make it possible. Okay, novice, out of fuel. There we go. Did we copy it? No, we did not. Of course we didn't. Why would we have copied it? That would have been smart. You could... I could delete it with other artillery. That's a pretty fun selection. That's a pretty funny option. There is the downside that it might destroy this track though, right? There's a good chance it would destroy the track. Oh, it's blocking so much. Okay, we need to get it out of the way. Decon planner, artillery wagon, and locomotive, so we don't destroy the rails. That's not a locomotive. That's a locomotive. Okay, and then we'll just extend the Roboport using a blueprint for one. Well, not for once, but we actually have a blueprint for this. The one thing that we actually build on the grid. It's fantastic. So yeah, we've probably lost a fair amount of production from this, but as long as we have large enough buffers at the core loading stations, which I think we do. I'm pretty sure we have like 4 warehouses at each one. Let's check. What? Oh, whatever. We'll just go down. For some reason, I wasn't able to use map view to like skip over. Yeah, these are more than enough. We'll just slowly be whittling it down. It's going to take a while to burn through the buffer, but it should be good. Okay, so that should fix that. I think Well, it's no longer saying it's out of fuel, but that's probably because it's marked for decon. The artillery is probably just going to be wasted, but that's fine. Now we go back here. Okay, so this doesn't have any accumulators. Let's see if we brought any. We brought 96. That is more than 0. We might as well place them. Right? Like that seems like reasonable logic. Place what I have, even if it's not that helpful. 1, 2, 3. Don't know how far over it goes. My throat's been rough today. It is definitely better as a whole though. Like I've been coughing significantly less, which is super nice. I would rather, have the cough be completely done. But I'll take what I can get. Okay, let's see. We have 3 nuclear reactors. We didn't recover the nuclear reactor before we left. Okay, so we can do a 3 nuclear power plant. That sounds slightly better than 2, I guess. Hello, Pantavo. Welcome, welcome. We also need to place the storage warehouse. We we recovered everything important from this planet only to destroy it and start anew. So that's what I'm working on right now. It definitely wasn't a good idea at all. But I'm glad I did it because it was kind of fun. And then does this look the same? I imagine this is the exact same planet. Yeah, it would be weird if it wasn't. There's less uranium than I thought there was. I'm surprised it was able to produce. I guess 24K uranium is a ton. But yeah, I guess first things first, let's get power up and running. So we might as well do that near water. It will be the same. Okay, that's what I figured, but for some reason I was thinking this was like 400,000 uranium, not 200. But I guess I'm clearly, just imagining that then. Heat exchangers, steam turbines. Okay, that should be good. An offshore pump. Oh, and we need big electric poles. We definitely need big electric poles. Yeah, I could have at least copied the power plant, huh? We need assembling machine. Oh, that's why we had one assembling too. I think. So where are the prod mods? There they are. Yeah, we had a couple prod 3s for uranium processing. That's about it, because that was the only thing we were somewhat limited on resources for. Deleting the surface does refresh the ore patches. Yeah, that is nice. I wasn't entirely sure it would do that, but I figured there was a good chance. That's definitely not why I did it. At least I would hope I wouldn't do it if I didn't know it would actually work. Filter inserters, stack inserters. Oh, we need some belt. Power poles, big electric poles. Okay, I think we have enough to start the power plant, right? I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. I can't find them though. Did we bring Logibots at all? Okay, we're just gonna use Logibots for this because I don't know where. I like this network. I like these requests. I don't know what they were for. But I do like having most of this stuff on me, except maybe these. We'll drop that down to like 0. We need an offshore pump if we have one, and I cannot find it in the chest. But that's what logistic bots are for. Well, okay, a lot of people They're for a lot more things, but that's my use for them for the most part. Okay, and then we have this blueprint. We might as well use it, huh? These are gonna run terribly, but they will run. Yeah, we can like, this is the first planet that we're gonna start where we actually have our roboports on a grid, which is kind of cool. It's not saying much, but I'll take it. If compared to our last planet, it's fantastic. Okay, so what's the best way to make a 3x3 reactor? Um, yeah. I guess planning for it to be a 4x4 reactor or a 2x2. Did I call it a 3x3? What's the best way to make a 1.5x2 reactor? I don't know what to call it. It's an L. A 3 reactor. There we go. Let's see. If I start on the south, I don't have any resources I'm covering, right? I think I'll have to cover a seam if I build it directly here. I might build it a little bit higher because I don't want to cover the seam, but I could always work around it. But yeah, if we just plan for it to be a 2x4, that will work. Or sorry, a 2x2, which we definitely won't need for a long time. See, let's grab some belts. We'll wrap the belt around so that way I know the spacing. There we go. We got our loop. We have this one gap, which is, I mean, it's probably good that we don't have this because it means we're not going to waste fuel that we don't need to spend, because I would have probably just immediately made it 2x2 and wasted like 4 times the fuel, but oh well. This happens when you forget the one. I mean, we only messed up one task when we left, so like it could have been a lot worse. All things considered, we only messed up one of our tasks when we destroyed the planet, which probably for something that critical I should have done a little bit more cautiously, but we'll survive. And then it's not technically a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know if it's worth putting pipes in between. What does that save out on? It's probably worth it, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably worth a pipe. I don't like how they're not even, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. But if you put pipe in between each one, I think you save on something. What do you save on? You save on turbines by like 10%. I don't know if you have pressure issues. I don't think you have to worry about pressure issues if you do that. And then each reactor, we're going to assume, if it's 3x3, is 120 megawatts, right? 120 times 3? Or is that 2x8? No. 40, 80, 120. Yeah, okay. 120 times 4. Or so just 120 divided by 5.8. That is 21 turbines. So this does not need to be this long. It actually needs to be something more like this. Is this the right ratios? I think that looks all right. Can we power this? Maybe. Oh, that is so close to working. I could just move these around. And then if they can go on the other side. Oh, wait, that's perfect. I think. Nah, I don't like that. We'll put it over there instead. I don't really like how those are connected. Okay, how many is this? This is 22. Is that 12? So these produce what, 10 each? So yeah, I need 12 and 21. Okay. This looks all right. We'll need to power it, but other than that, this looks pretty decent. You know, we need the power. That's not important. This is not like the best shape for scaling, but I don't think this one really needs to be scalable. I just wanted this one to be symmetrical because we've never really made a symmetrical one before. And they've all been pretty ugly. so I wanted to finally change that. Even if it's not the best design, it does work. We can make it a little bit more compact too now. Those are not heat pipes, those are regular pipes. They have the same name. And I mean, for all intents and purposes, okay, they're not exactly the same, but fluid pipes and fluids and heat, they work, they're very similar to each other. Like the base equations are practically identical. Just change a few constants and you're good. And you know, one of them is a lot more tangible than the other, but yeah, they're basically the same. Okay, I kind of like this. No, that actually looks kind of neat. Let's see if we did it right. I think I did. And then somebody gave me a number once that a 4x2. We might need a big electric pole. Can these connect here? Wait, does that actually power everything? Oh, that looks really cool. I don't know if it powers everything. No, it doesn't quite work. Oh, wait. How did it... Oh, that's how I got it to work. I was on the other side of the heat pipe. I was like, I don't remember blocking that earlier. It's a neat little power pole pattern as well. So far, so good. These ones in the middle are not powered. That is very unfortunate. How can I power these in a neat way? I could just do this. This is the one build in my entire game that I'm like, let's make it look slightly pretty. Because we have never done that before. Like, it's never been a priority in any way. But hey, at least we're doing it now. That counts for something. We are missing like 4 reactors. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, is this... Oh, this is almost the perfect height to fit into Roboport 2. Not quite though, so we'll add 2. In case we decide to do another right next to it. Which admittedly would be a terrible way to to double the size of it, because you're losing like 30% of the fuel that way. Yeah, we need I think I need 5 to run this entire plant. I don't know if that's worth it, honestly. I feel like it's not. But I don't think there's a real reason to avoid it either, so maybe I'll just do 5. Especially because doing 5 will give us a little bit more. Or doing double? Yeah, if I double up on each one, that gives us a little bit more pressure to work with. Yeah, it's not like we're that hurting for offshore pumps. I think technically I am offshore pump limited, but it's not that significant to where I'm concerned about it. Yeah, that should be fine. And then connect it right next to it. And there we go. They do need power. If we're doing nuclear power, we technically could have... We can have them on the same grid, because nuclear power is pretty safe. I don't think we need to worry about brownout production over here. If it wasn't nuclear power, I would definitely feel differently. But nuclear power, I don't think tends to have quite the brownout spiral that that coal power does. But it could just mean be me not wanting to fix it. We'll see. But yeah, this should be fine. We have plenty of iron ore there. So I guess, let's see, we have a couple options. If we do iron ore here, it's right next to the uranium patch. But I kind of want to have the Cove Rex right here, which means doesn't really matter where the iron comes from for this. We'll just take the closest one for now. Which is this. We'll give it a belt. And then let's see if we can bring our Roboport grid down here. That would be super nice. There we go. That way we don't have to worry about the grid anymore. Speaking of grid, yeah, we finished the placeable off grid this week. It was a mess. It took twice as long as it should have because I was having a lot of fun doing things that I really shouldn't have been doing, like putting 19 inserters between a train for no reason. I'm definitely glad I did it, but it wasn't worth it. It saved no time at all because we could have finished like 5 or 6 hours earlier if we hadn't done that. But when I found out I could put 19 to 30 inserters between a single train, I had to see what I could do with it. And boy, did I make some monstrosities. It was 100% worth it. Do I not have an electric furnace here? Yeah, okay. I was like, I could have sworn I had a furnace specifically for this purpose. Okay, those are connected. There is this weird gap in the middle, but that's fine. And then it doesn't really matter where this goes, but if we want it to be beaconed, it does need to be next to the Covarex enrichment. Yeah, let's get uranium fuel cells up and running. And then I might actually decon those so they don't run. Wait, is this the right thing? Am I building these? Yeah, I'm building these correctly. Cool. How do I do the recycling? I didn't bring any centrifuges. Yeah, let's see if we can make an actually like somewhat neat Covarex for once. Because we haven't done that yet. We always we keep cutting corners, and it gets real messy real fast when there's no real reason to, especially since it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to make it clean. Let's see. We need centrifuges, and I think that's about it, right? See, here's some beeping. As long as it's not this planet, I'm okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting we have like 40 logistic bots we can use. Because as long as we stay under 50, they don't blow up, which is super nice. Okay, yeah, this is a weird spot for Covarex, but I think we can make it work. I don't really like how this furnace directs inserts. That might make it trickier to... get all of them in beacon range. Let's see, we have Covarex and... No, not Covarex enrichment. We need basic uranium processing first. And then we have a couple options. We could output onto the same thing that we're inputting into. Or like, that's not what I meant to say. We can output onto the same side of the belt, or we can filter out the outputs. I don't really know if filtering the outputs is necessary, as long as you use like a filter splitter afterwards. Because I don't think they're going to back up, at least not on this level. But I always like doing filtering the outputs, because it feels nicer. It feels a lot less likely to break. I don't know if it really is. But yeah, it's we're gonna filter the outputs. Input, input, filter, filter, filter. Does that work? No, it does not. Maybe I should just output onto the other side. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah, that does the job. I don't quite like it, but it should work fine. We can give it some tier 1 prod modules at least, and not like we're that hurting for productivity here. Okay, and then Covarex, the fun part. We need a prio here. Recycling, technically we recycle so little, I don't think we need a prio on the recycle, right? 5 uranium fuel cells go into 3. That recycles 20% of it, which means technically this would work. But we could also throw it back into the grid if we really wanted to. But if we put enough inserters here, it'll prioritize this over new stuff every time a craft happens, so that should work. We'll just do a couple inserters, so that way it prioritizes the recycle loop. That just needs a yellow belt, I guess we can do. And then we can output onto this and send it back around in the exact same spot. There we go. And then we can use an inserter to put things back on that side, and then this can use a... I think we could just use a splitter here. This isn't the color splitter that I wanted, but it works. These will be outputting on the other side. Let's downgrade it just so it matches. Okay, there we go. We have fuel going to our reactor. I mean, technically we don't, but we have the possibility of fuel going to our reactor. Fuel cells are good. Now for Covarex. So I want a buffer, right? I imagine I need a buffer. Actually, yeah, if I'm doing a buffer, there's no reason for me to have filtered outputs. Unless I prioritize things based on side. But I don't think I do. Also, I don't like this. We'll do same side in and out. Yeah, there we go. Or not same side in and out, but these don't need to be stack inserters either. I don't think. We'll do opposite sides in and out, so that way it's just easier to scale up in one direction if I change my mind. Okay, and then buffer chests. I don't think buffer chests are strictly necessary, but I don't really know. And then Covarex, I want to disable. Do I want to ever disable it? I think I want to disable it if I'm running low on the green stuff. Yeah, I want to disable it if I'm running low on the green stuff. And also I'm good on the lime green? I don't know. Do I need logic at all? Because, like, I guess I could just limit how much green I store. How much of the light green I store. That's another option. Because the problem I've always run into is I don't want to convert all of this into the light green. Because I feel like that is a recipe for disaster. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. And then, can this just go in a chest? Can we just, like, send it through? Do we even need chests? Can I do it without a chest? I feel like that's a mistake. But, like, what if it works? Covarex enrichment. And then we loop it back, and we do an input prio over here. Can this brick... This might actually be safe. This only needs 5, so this could work. Let's see. 1 stack inserter output. And then we can just send it straight across. There we go. This has no buffers. I feel like that is 100% not a good idea. But it could work. It could work just fine. I don't think it's gonna break. That's the important thing. Maybe. Well, okay, I can't say that for sure. It might break. Will that work? I don't think that has priority enough. I guess I could just use 2 inputs and just shift this over 1 tile. It should be fine. You know what? That is my philosophy. Okay. I've used that too many times to ignore that as sound advice. Let's go. It should be fine. And then I guess I could put a beacon. I can't power the beacon. I will shift this up a tile so that way I can put a beacon in there. Because these things run slow. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of beacon. Okay, and then if I really wanted to, I could fold this over so that way these get a beacon too. The one thing I'm concerned with is that these only go on one side of the belt, which could be a problem. I've never done it without filtered outputs, which is why I'm hesitant about this. I always filter the outputs separately. Also, not having a buffer, but I feel like the combination of those two is making me a little bit hesitant. But yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with all this uranium that I brought over, though. I could introduce it here. Wait, are they on different sides of the belt? This is on the outside, this is on the outside as well. I wish that that was not the case. Let's do a side load. There we go. Now they're on different sides of the belt. That might help a little bit. Oh, and it makes it that the recycled stuff is prioritized, which I don't think really matters. But yeah, it makes it that things go on different sides. Okay. I think we can live with that. And then, yeah, no, that's good. This stuff that can back up and clog things is prioritized now by the input inserters. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now I just put a chest here and it eventually clears itself, but not for a while. Because this is a lot of enriched. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that'll cause problems. You don't normally get this ratio of enriched, so this might be bad. But I think it's just going to squeeze something in every now and again. Okay, so how do I do sulfur? I think I was producing it locally. Oh, that's part of the reason I wanted to reset it. Right, or reset the planet. Because I was doing the local uranium, it meant I had to spend a lot of resources defending this, which wasn't. It's not a ton of petroleum, and there was no way for me to ever get more petroleum without spending way too much time trying to protect this planet. And I really just. It's such an unimportant planet right now that I could not justify defending it. Hence the destruction. Hence the title. Destroying my own planet. Very happy that I finally did it. Let's see. Can we do this with a single substation? Because that would be so nice. Yeah, that's what I expected. We'll just use medium poles then. If I have to use like 3 substations, I think that sounds worse than using 5 medium poles. And then we can just follow these back. It's so nice being able to make like unusual shapes again. When we were on this planet originally, we pretty much had to like keep our base somewhat square because we couldn't have, well, not, it didn't have to be square. It had to be convex mostly because we couldn't afford to have bots just flying over biter bases. Okay, so that'll give us petroleum, which we can use to make sulfuric acid, which just needs more iron, right? Iron, petroleum, water. Yeah. Let's add some more drills, which we could add modules to them. I don't think we're going to worry about that yet, but we're going to build them in the same pattern we would if we added the added beacons to them, which I think I need to come up with a better... I do think I need to come up with a better pattern for these, but this works for now. Speed modules, let's see if we can get a splitter. Or sorry, not speed modules, just splitter. Those are not even close. They don't they don't have even remotely similar meanings. There we go. Oh, I like the little exit made. Oh, it's so nice not being attacked. I already really like my decision. This is a fair amount of iron. Like, this is a lot for just producing sulfuric acid to mine. Because pretty much its only purpose is producing sulfuric acid to get me nuclear plants. There we go. I kind of don't want to go through that. I think I'm just going to move this a little bit and go from here. It's not that important that I stay on this grid, but figured we might as well keep it a little bit clean because the cleanliness will not last. So I kind of want to enjoy it while I can. And then there's a couple different ways to do this, but because of the pipes, I think I'm just gonna do it however however looks good. Maybe look good is not a good way to describe this. However can fit on the patch. There we go. With a few miners. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. It doesn't flow very well, but it doesn't need to. It just needs to work. We made the nuclear power plant kind of pretty. That's all the prettiness we can afford for this planet. Everything else will be a complete mess. And that is how I like it. I mean, we've seen we've seen the spaghetti on my main base. It doesn't we don't try very hard to avoid it. Okay, very hard is an understatement. We don't try at all to avoid spaghetti. Mostly because it's kind of fun. So I just embrace it. Okay, those should all be not powered, but those will eventually get me the uranium I need. Once roboports get built, which will take a bit, but they won't get stuck or anything. Did I not bring cliff explosives? I brought 20. That's not that much. We might have to produce some, which we can definitely do now that we can. I mean, we brought like 600 explosives, right? Yeah, we can make cliff explosives from this planet pretty easily. How's nuclear power? Not working? That's not good. Oh, it's not, it hasn't reached 500C yet. Okay, we're fine. I was worried we just completely screwed stuff up like 5 seconds in. Okay, is this working? Well, not really, because it's working at 10% efficiency. I was like, I looked at that, and I thought, wow, Prod 3's really decreased the production speed. But yeah, that, it wasn't just the Prod 3's. Okay, so these should all be connected. I don't know if I connected both sides. They also aren't powered. We'll see if we can use a few substations, although we are kind of limited on substations. I might just use power poles for this one. Because we have about 400 medium power poles, I think, and we only have like 100 substations, which I'd rather use inside the base, where looking neat actually matters and affects things, but over here, not a big deal at all. Okay, bots are building. I didn't give them cliff explosives. We'll just throw them on the ground. Why did I think that would do anything? That's why I requested them back. I did give them to them, but my personal bots requested them immediately. Ah, okay. But obviously decon planner won't work either. But yeah, we did end up giving to them. Cool. That makes me feel better. I thought I was missing something. There we go. Okay, and these have an input prio. I am worried that this will mess with something. I might change it to be on this side. I don't think that will brick things, will it? It's possible that could brick this. But it wouldn't be bricked forever. It would just be bricked temporarily if we somehow are not managing to get new stuff from this side. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. There's also not a ton here to cause problems. And it is low prio over this one. So hopefully that works fine. Everything should run for a while. I don't know why I have 47 uranium fuel cells. I think I intended to just hand feed those initially, so that way they would start heating up and we didn't have to go so long without power. So that's what I get for forgetting. That's okay. I'm assuming these are working fine. It says I have a lot more power than I do because I have both sides connected. Because it should only be about 240 megawatts. Plus what I have from solar power, which is about 5. Maybe 6 during the peak. Okay. So sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid's pretty easy. We just need a refinery. We need some water. Because I think even basic refining in this requires water, which makes sense. I didn't understand it at first, but once I got to waterless planets that had like 10,000 oil, it made a lot more sense because then you can't just paste like 10,000 crude petroleum refineries and then, never use water ever and just, burn solid fuel for the rest of your life. So yeah, it was a fair decision. It is a bit annoying, but it works out fine. I'm just glad that it doesn't have the all the intermediates all the byproducts like vanilla, basic oil processing. Those are dark times indeed. Okay, this should work. This looks like a good spot for oil. I could give it its own pump. I probably should give it its own pump. Not like it's really gonna starve. Yeah, it would be pretty difficult for it to starve uh, nuclear power, but might as well not risk it. Don't want to fly too close to the sun. And then we can set it up in an expandable way now because we're not limited by the wall constraints, which is super nice. And then I think we do need to shift things, but that's not a huge deal. This works, right? Yeah, that works perfect. Those aren't built yet, but they will be built eventually. And now we can expand it, give it just one output. Wait, did I just use cracking? Hold on, which one is better for petroleum? I think it changes. I think initially, unless you're using prod mods, this is actually best for petroleum. At least that's what somebody told me a long time ago. I'm assuming it is true. It sounded logical because the number is so high. I think it's like twice what basic oil produces in vanilla. Okay, so that gives us petroleum. Then we do sulfur gas, which is going to be, I guess we can just do it right here. Or not sulfur gas, sorry. Sulfur, just sulfur. Yeah, okay. It is better. I guess, wait, what is vanilla? Isn't it 45 in vanilla? Basic oil processing. I know it's a lot more. Is it twice as much? Oh, it is twice as much. Okay, yeah. That makes a lot more sense than why this is so much more efficient. Because it's twice what it would be in vanilla. At the cost of, needing water and stuff. Okay, and then this is starting to get a bit unruly. There's a lot of recipes here. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, there's a lot more. Well, we don't have a ton more fluids yet, but we do have a lot more fluid crafting recipes, like all of these. Also, I don't know what this is. Ooh, wait, is that cheaper lube? Well, okay, it's different lube. I still don't know how difficult it is to get cryonite slush. But I think it's pretty cheap. Oh, wow, that's fairly cheap. Nice. Okay, so that gives our sulfur, and then this can just go... I think we need sulfur for something else in this chain. It would have been nice if I took a screenshot of... It would have been nice if I took a screenshot or a blueprint of the old base, but it's kind of too late now. So we don't need to worry about it. We'll just do sulfuric acid right here, and it should be fine. Then we'll sideload iron onto this, which unless I realize I need an entire red belt of iron or an entire red belt of sulfur, this should be this shouldn't be a problem. We're actually just going to move this though. We need a smelter because I want it to feed both of them if it can. Let's see, I could like loop it around, or I could just use a splitter. I think I'll just use a splitter. Yeah, that works. Because I couldn't really think of a good way to place it outside of that. And if we do it one tile to the right, it actually fits. Which, complete coincidence, I kind of just guessed on the spot. But that looks good to me. There's not a pattern, but it's functional. Very functional. We'll just connect it through there, and voila. Don't know what to do with this iron ore, so we'll just throw it in a chest. Is that not powered? Oh, that's not powered. Okay, it's less functional than I thought. There we go. Now it's functional. That'll give iron to sulfuric acid and eventually this, if we connect it. Okay, that's good. We're missing offshore pumps. Okay, well, I want oil to work, so I guess we'll just steal one from we'll steal one from nuclear power. The real question is, did we steal it from the connected power plant? Yep. We can we stole it from the one that's already built. Definitely not smart. And here we go. These are still waiting on the pumps to connect, I believe. Or not the pump. Yeah, the pump jacks to connect. So those probably won't be built for a while. Let's send sulfur up. I am low on cliff explosives, so I really should skip cliffs if I can. Does this work? Yeah, perfect. None of these are connected. Oh, because I changed where the drills were. Right. Okay, we're missing 53 undergrounds. What? I see. I guess most of the undergrounds we had already placed on the planet, and I didn't recover those because they were kind of used for, you know, important things like flamethrower turrets. Let's see, what are these waiting on? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I would be waiting on that too. Just to get it started. No! No! Okay, fine. I guess we won't get it started. We need to like process this iron, I think, which means we need not the cliff explosives, please, but it does mean we need assembling machines because we need to do a very small pipe production over here. It would also be a smart idea to set up belt production because now that this planet is not, what's the word? What's the word when you like mark something as like, oh, condemned, condemned. Now that this planet is no longer condemned to me, we can actually like spend resources on it, which means we might actually want to be able to like expand it at some point in time, which is a crazy concept. But yeah, a lot of people like to expand their bases. And that will take a while, but it will work. That will hopefully give us uranium. We have more than enough to keep our base running for like 20 hours probably before we need more. Because I did make sure to bring enough enriched uranium to start. So yeah, it won't take us 20 hours to get those offshore pumps. Okay, so this plan is looking good so far. I do have a pretty small amount of iron there, though. Let's see. What was I using? Ooh. Oh, those are good those are good iron patches. Like 220 is a fair amount for how little I use, but it would be nice to connect it to a larger, more sustainable patch at some point. Okay, and then Cryonite is our next goal. Oh, Derpy Moose is going pretty good. We started anew on this planet. We did recover everything we could from the planet first because I thought it would be a fun adventure, and it was a waste of like an hour. We definitely did not save resources by trying to recover it. But it was fun to try to dismantle a planet and then build on that exact same planet. Yeah, it's going good. Oh, I forgot something in my title. No pipes tomorrow. Let's see if I actually have that command. Because I'm actually announcing the Mystery Monday today. We're doing a no pipe run, which the first half of it will be fairly vanilla, aside from limited options for steam engines. But yeah, I'm not allowing myself storage tanks, which means advanced oil is going to be pretty rough. We'll have to pretty much immediately barrel it, and we have to turn all petroleum into solid fuel. It's going to be great. It's going to be like OG vanilla, OG Factorio. And then I just realized we have not emptied the bots from this. That explains a lot about why it's building so slow, right? Yeah, it only has 90. Where are they? You know what? I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Now it doesn't matter where they are. Cool. The invisible challenge was tough. It was rough. It would have been a lot tougher, actually, if I did default settings. But we also just got a good map in general, so like, I mean, the patches were bad, but in terms of biters, that base actually wasn't too bad. I think mediums were getting a bit out of hand, so if it took like an hour longer, I was actually a bit worried. Because dealing with invisible biters was hard. But yeah, that was a fun challenge. No pipes. Someone suggested it to me before, and at first I didn't think it sounded fun because I thought you would be able to. Let's see. I thought you would be able to barrel stuff directly from a refinery, but you can't because this is in the middle. So that added challenge of not being able to barrel petroleum sounded enough to make it worth it. Because like instead I'll have to like barrel the middle one, convert this one into lube, I think, and then convert this one into solid fuel or something like that. I have no idea how batteries will work. I haven't thought about those yet. Wait, no, not batteries. I have no idea how sulfur will work. I think boilers or something will be my friend there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be great. Like, there's a couple weird things I'll have to do using boilers as pipes. Because those are the only pipe things I'm basically allowed. Can I just move this? Because that underground was annoying me. There we go, that's perfect. Okay, and we've already produced like half the pumps we need. When are you doing no pipe? It should be tomorrow. Unless I have the day wrong. Nope, tomorrow. Yeah, December 11th. Monday. Yeah, it should be, honestly, it might be a one-day run. Because it's not that complicated until the end. It's just going to have some weird in-game designs. I could set the larger goal, like nuclear power or something, just because nuclear power with pipes. With, yeah, nuclear power sounds kind of hilarious with no pipes. Although, I guess that depends if you count these as pipes. But I don't know. If we just launch a rocket, I think it'll be like 3 hours or so. Well, which seems pretty doable in a day. Okay, do we have a miner blueprint? We do. It's not really a good one, but at least it's a blueprint, which we don't use a lot of them, so it's nice. Why are there two grids there? Which one is the miners and which one's the... Gosh, I can't tell. The miners are the light blue one. Okay, they're the ones on the outside. I couldn't tell which ones were the miner grid and which ones were the beacon and the substation. They just looked a little bit too similar in that instance. There we go. We'll just sideload it. Maybe add some power for it finally. Okay, and now we can use FNEI again because we need to remember how to make cryonite rods. Oh wait, we need heavy oil. Okay, well if we need heavy oil, I guess we should use the other processing, huh? Especially before, yeah, okay, so if we need heavy oil, which one's best for crude and heavy oil? I guess this one, because it's more flexible. I'm pretty sure initially we actually did... Wait, wasn't I using coal liquefaction for this? Wait, this might be better. Coal liquefaction might be better. Because I have a lot of coal. I don't have a lot of crude. I could just I could set it up. That's an option. Like I could use both. Yeah, I think we need to move this up just a few tiles. So let's just decon it. There we go. Because now we need the outputs, which shouldn't be too bad. Wait, does that work? Yeah, for some reason I thought I clicked in the wrong spots. Okay, just delete that before it mixes. Paste this, I guess wherever now. I guess we'll just move it up to the next water patch, just so it's consistent. There we go. Underground, underground. Wait, did I shift this over a tile? I think I shifted this over a tile. Not like it matters, but... Yeah, I definitely shifted it slightly. I'm gonna shift it back. I don't know why, but I thought this spot in particular sounded better. Okay, so we need tanks, which I don't know if we have any, so let's request some. Or I don't know where they are, so let's request some. We need some chemical plants. Oh, we don't have that many chem plants, do we? Because we need them for processing as well. We can't use a ton for oil cracking. Let's hope that we have at least 50. There is a chance, unless I messed up. But we are getting uranium. That's good. These are hopefully working. Yeah, hopefully working is a good way to put it. I'm still worried that this can break, but I think the odds are pretty low. So I'm not terribly concerned with it. Maybe I should... Wait, are you supposed to input prio? Does the input prio matter? I don't think it does. No, because they're in different sides of the belt, the prio does nothing. Okay, well that's good, at least. At least the prio doesn't do anything. And if it does nothing, it means it's at least not breaking anything. I mean, being useless isn't great either, but I'll take it. Okay, we can do... Let's see, we can do petroleum. I guess we can just connect it through here if we really want to. Heavy oil we need for cryonite processing. And then light oil we need for something else. There we go. And then we also need oil cracking. I don't really like that design. I might shift it down a tile. I want it to have a gap. Yeah, that seems way cleaner to manage. And to see what's happening, which seems important. Oh wait, these aren't even. How are they not even? Oh, I just sideloaded a different spot. There we go. Okay, and now we can do cracking, which cracking is pretty easy. I feel like I should have swapped the inputs and outputs here. Now that I'm looking at this, just for cracking logic to make more sense. Instead, we're gonna have to like loop the petroleum back up, which is a bit weird. Well, it's not the end of the world by any means. Heavy oil, light oil. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right? No, that's not right. Yeah, this is like, the fact that they're reversed over what I intended to do is really throwing me off. There you go, heavy oil cracking first. Let's stagger it down. There we go. And then we can copy this, although we really don't need to. And then, oh, we need a pump, so we actually need a 2-tile gap here. Let's leave a bit of a gap, because we need to put logic on it. Which reminds me, we also need pumps. And not offshore pumps. Okay, so cracking should be good. Will this work? This doesn't work. Well, okay, it does work, but it doesn't stagger like I thought it would. There we go. Okay, that should be fine then. We have to do a little loop here. Not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. Just a little bit ugly, but that's fine. Okay, and then... Oh, I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. There we go. That looks way cleaner. Pump, and then petroleum. Okay, so we need this one to actually be prioritized. Because, well, yeah, because I want the cryonite to not break. I guess the odds are pretty low. Yeah, I could definitely set up a backup, or... Yeah, we just need to make it that this gets stuff first from the other side. We could make it that the input only works if it's backed up, but that bricks things. Okay, it doesn't really matter then. Okay, we'll just leave it as is. It'll be fine. Okay, then we can give it some wire, red. Oh, I mean technically that didn't break anything, but it's not what I meant to do. Okay, heavy oil greater than like 20,000. That should be fine. I mean, if I had a second tier of logic or actually used a lot of petroleum, I would feel a lot safer about this, but we don't really use a lot of any of these resources, which is what makes it a bit, not trickier, but messier. And then now we can tessellate it. There we go. Way, way cleaner. Okay, this should be more than enough. Yeah, more than enough. We don't have that much oil. Okay, heavy oil should eventually crack down. If we don't have a use for petroleum, this definitely... It won't stall my entire base, I don't think, but it might make it that we don't get cryonite continuously. I might actually change it to the one that produces more heavy. Oh, wait, I have it as the one that produces more heavy. Okay, cool. We'll be fine then. Then we need to put this pump back. Actually, it lines up perfectly with this right there. That way we don't need an awkward turn. Cool. These are definitely going to be prioritized over the other one, which I don't really love. So I could connect it through here and connect them to the same side. That will add a bit of a prio. But I really don't think it matters. Okay, and then these won't run for a while. Okay, so cryo sludges, heavy oils taken care of. Cryonite powder is cryonite, which I think is the thing we mine directly, right? I think cryonite is this stuff. Yeah, also it's not spelled with a K. I could have sworn it was spelled with a K. It just felt like it was. And then I also need, I think I need some steel because I need to start making more cliff explosives. We have explosives. We have a lot of explosives. What else do we have? We don't have grenades. So we definitely would need to make grenades, which we have the resources for it. And since it's just, honestly, since it's just for handcrafting, I think I'm just going to put coal in a chest. That'll give us enough grenades for now. We also need iron as well, or steel. I imagine we don't have any steel, but I could do another furnace, no problem. And this will give us barrels for cliff explosives, assuming we have those, which I don't know if we do. Also, these have the wrong type of prod mod in them. So I guess we just let it blink forever, or I use a downgrade planner and make them prod ones. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm gonna go with that one because I don't want a side planet to be blinking until the end of time. So we downgrade from prod 2s, which we only had like 20 of, to prod 1s, and save that for the more expensive stuff. I also don't even know why I have prods in here. Well, that's a lot. Wait, that was an upgrade planner. Wait. I can't tell. The number covers it. Okay, I did it correctly. Okay, cool. Now we're just missing prod 1s now. Cool. I guess we should just not have modules in them, is what it's looking like. We can definitely remove the beacon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I just shouldn't have them. You should probably put a pump on heavy that turns on if you don't have petroleum. Like a second pump? Will this cause problems? Probably not exactly what you meant, but that should work too. In like a chain. Well, if I do it in a chain, if one of them isn't set up right, or if I do it in a chain and I'm out of petroleum, I just won't get any petroleum. So I think this one needs to always be able to run. Or the one that runs if this is low needs to always be able to run. Wait, do these connect? These don't connect back to the original line, do they? No, they don't. Should they? I don't actually know. I think it should. I think it should. Yeah, a chain runs into the problem of this tank also has to be full, and if I just completely run out of petroleum, that would be bad. So this one will just run if petroleum is like really low. Because if this doesn't back up, the world doesn't end. But if this backs up, or if this stops running, things just completely halt. So we can make it pretty low. Like less than 1,000. And that should be fine. Because the whole point, I think, is to make it that this doesn't halt. Light oil could probably use similar logic. But we do it for heavy oil, less than 1,000, which takes precedence over this one. That should work good. Okay, cool. Thanks for the idea. That's way easier, because what I was going to do was set up a second refinery that only produces petroleum to just fill in the gaps, which I think also works, but this one's a little bit, well, it's not necessarily easier, but you know, this one uses a refineries we already have, which is definitely easier than more refineries. Okay. This is a lot of missing stuff, but at least we have most of the modules back. Yeah, I think I just need to remove modules from these. There's no real reason for them to be in them. Because these miners, like, we have so much cryonite. Especially if we bring a train over here, we have access to, like, tens of millions. Prod modules are not useful. Speed modules are kind of useful. So yeah, I'm pretty sure modules hurt us more than they help here. But we'll cross that bridge if we start to run low. See, coal is working. How's our steel? Steel's actually, that's a decent amount of steel. For this like one instance of we need not grenades, but for this one instant of we need cliff explosives. Okay, so this makes a grenade. Wait, is it a vanilla cliff explosive recipe? Because if it's not, this is completely the wrong, barking up the wrong tree. Let's see, where are they? Where are they? I never remember where cliff explosives are. Resources? No. You don't make them in, wait. No, you can handcraft cliff explosives. Where the heck are they? Military? They are? Also, why did it auto mod that? That was weird. Okay, thanks. I would never have guessed that. I guess because the word explosive is in it, but I'm pretty sure they don't deal any damage to biters, right? That would be cool though. If you just like throw something that's designed to explode cliffs, that would be fun. I guess we'll just connect these manually. Cliffs are the enemies. Oh, you bring a good point. That's also why flamethrower is in there, because it's used to burn trees and nothing else. No, yeah, no, that works. I'll buy that. I accept this logic. Okay, so I think we actually did not grab much iron. We only brought enough iron for 16 cliff explosives, which makes me think that I should probably just fully automate this. Because I think there's a lot of cliff explosives I need to get rid of. But for now, we won't worry about it. This will still make... This will make about 40, which I don't see myself expanding Okay, maybe not. 40 is like if I want to clear all these. I could possibly clean it by hand and save some. I don't know exactly how that works. Or I'll waste a bunch. Like, it says that's going to take 9. Yeah, well, there we go. Okay, yeah, that'll make them way cheaper. I I don't think I've ever reached a point where I needed to save cliff explosives of all things, but I guess I'll take it. We also need a pulverizer. I think I need a recycler for some reason. I don't know why, but in my mind, I need a recycler. Let's go sit within bot range while we do this. And then what else? Chem plants we needed. I don't know if these require centrifuges, but we already have those. Rhinite powder is pulverizers. And then cryonite crystal is pulverizers and steam. Steam can just be made in a boiler, or it can be made in an electric boiler, or a chem plant. I'm limited on chem plants. I think those are going to be the limiting factor, so I'll actually go with the electric boiler. I don't know which one's more expensive in terms of energy cost, but we have nuclear power that we're consuming like 2% of, so I think energy cost is probably pretty low prio. So what are these? How are these doing? Oh, they're low on oil. Okay, yeah. This is not a lot of oil. I think it's enough to keep our base running, no problem though, because all it's providing is one heavy oil for every like 50 cryonite or something. It's not a ton. Okay, is this working? Yes, it is. Oh, cool. We set it up right. And yeah, we're oil limited. I could add speed modules if I really wanted to, or a beacon. That would actually be pretty reasonable. Does anyone happen to know how low the number goes for drills? Is the minimum 1 per second? Or is it 0.1 per second? I want to say it's 1 per second, like down to 10. Oh, wait. No, it probably goes down to 10%, which would be 0.1 per second. Or is it? Actually, I don't know how that number's. I actually don't know the conversion. Yeah, I have no idea. It's definitely not lower than 0.1, but I don't know anything past that. Okay, so we have the pulverizer. It makes us cryonite powder, which also gives us sand. Okay, so that's pretty easy to deal with. And then cryonite crystals, or cryonite powder and steam, and that produces water. Okay, we'll probably just void the water. It sounds easier than getting new water all the time. Also, am I able to make a new offshore pump? Can I make that with just water? Just copper? Or just iron? No, we need 6 copper. Unfortunate. Okay, so sand is not a huge deal. I'm going to use a filter inserter for this. This is a pretty slow recipe. So we can probably... Yeah, there we go. We can just send sand back into a chest, make glass, which I think is what we did originally. Inputs, we're going to keep them all separate, so that way we can just compress them as needed, because that will make things nice and clean. These are probably a bit wasteful. Let's see, is there a better spot I can put for it? Yeah, I think we can power 3 if I place it well. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Okay, we'll just send this across, and then we do need one more offshore pump, or one more underground. There we go. Wait, I think this is not how I want it. I think I want... Actually, no, this will be fine. Because we can have long inserters just taking from this belt. Maybe, I don't know, it could be an issue. There we go. At least those are functional. Well, probably functional. So yeah, if I swap these belts, we might actually, it might be more scalable. But let's look at the next thing in the chain, which would be cryonite crystals. And then, oh wait, what's the final thing? Powder, crystals, rods. They're used in a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know if that helps. I don't think that knowledge helps me. But I feel like I can make it that it's scalable completely in a linear way if I get the ratios right, which would be helpful. I think swapping the sand will actually make that easier. Yeah, let's swap which one is sand. I didn't need to delete any of those. Yeah, that just makes it a lot easier to split off this outer layer. The only real reason. Okay, so these will be cryonite. No, cryonite powder, which needs to go up. As long as we take from it directly, we won't have throughput issues. And this will be sand, which I could do a blacklist, but if I specifically mark it on sand, I am a lot less likely to screw it up and put the wrong assembler, which I have made that mistake before. Yeah, we tend to avoid what is that? Blacklisting these days. Okay. So now we need cryonite crystals, which I don't remember what they were made in. I think they were made in chemical plants, right? Yeah, they're made in chemical plants. Which it takes 3 seconds. Yeah, we need a lot of chemical plants for this. Okay. So we have a couple options here. I think since I want to scale it linearly, or I could scale it. I don't know where I want to put the cryonite furnaces. If I try to cram them in the middle, I need to like look at the ratios. And I don't want to look at the ratios. So I guess I will just do it this way instead. Oh wait, we need an output. For the steam, I think. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this produces some steam. Or produces water. Consumes steam. I don't think the side matters. It depends what the rods need. The rods just need heavy oil, so yeah, either way, it's just gonna recycle some steam. Which we can just completely purge it. It's not a big deal. Now we can have an input, and then we have a couple options here. So if we use a splitter here, or maybe not a splitter, I guess I could just do an input. It does have the problem of using a bit of extra belts and an inserter, but it puts everything on the right side, which I think sounds pretty nice. And we'll send it the other direction, so that way the balance is better. Well, maybe not better, different. Yeah, that'll work. It's definitely a weird way to do it, but I don't think it technically has any flaws. Or it doesn't have any inherent flaws yet. Then we can have the industrial furnaces directly across from it. Which, I guess I could do math right now, huh? This produces 4 over 3 seconds. And this consumes 2 over 10 seconds. So they're very close in ratios, actually. Except this has a crafting speed of 4. Which, yeah, we don't need that many furnaces to keep this running. Okay. I thought this recycled steam, but I guess not. So that makes this really easy. And if I want to make it more compact, I can just kind of put that there and use some undergrounds. There we go. We'll do 2 of them, I think, is a good amount. And then we'll start buffering them just to confirm it works. But I think it should. Let's see if we can connect the heavy oil. Which honestly is not the hardest part, so I don't know why we wouldn't be able to. But you never know. I might have already like cursed myself with bad spaghetti, knowing me. Also, anyone else excited for the underpipe changes and in 2.0? The thing that will highlight it with a green line whenever it's at max distance. That will be super nice. It's such a minor quality of life thing, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Especially when using ghosts where you might accidentally let go and need to like remember where you left off. But yeah, it's definitely like one of the least unnecessary changes, but it's good. It's a good to have, or it'll be a good to have thing. Okay, and I think I'm just going to... Let's see, there's a couple ways to get rid of steam, right? Oh wait, the steam's the input. Yeah, we're just gonna purge it. This doesn't use a lot of resources, right? There's a mod that arguably does it better than what they're planning on planning. How does it, what makes it better? It seems simple enough that I don't know. I can't think of anything else that you would add to it that could improve it, but I imagine there's probably some extra functionality you could add to it. I guess I can just steal water from this, right? I'm assuming this output's enough for cracking. It shows max range when you're dragging instead of just when you hit max range. Okay, that is pretty cool. Yeah, I can see how that counts as better. Wait, what's the ratio of these things? Should I just use speed module? Let's see if I can get a beacon in there. I think that's going to be my limiting factor here. Movement speed. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a way. If I move this over like one extra tile and just use long inserters, I could fit beacons nicely here, which could work. Where else? I probably don't need to beacon the pulverizers, which means I actually want to beacon these three machines. Oh, this almost works. I think it does. Yeah, I think that will work. That gets me 5 beacon machines. That's okay. Is that connected correctly? Yes, it is. Okay, I don't know why it's not powered. Don't know what I deleted to make it not powered. Let's just go back to substations. There we go. Okay. Let's see if that helps. What is our limiting factor now? Oh, no, that's a lot better. That was worth it. Well, now that I've done that, it's looking like I do need these to be speed modded. Which might need a stack inserter. Wait, what's the input ratio? 1 in, 1 out. Okay, yeah. We'll add a stack inserter then. Oh, that's not the one that needed the stack inserter. Yeah, I definitely don't need the stack inserter sand, because that's 1 in, 4 out. Stack inserter. Does anyone know, in terms of UPS, like, it doesn't matter that much. But, like, are two inserters better than a stack inserter? Because I feel like stack side, grabbing multiple things at once probably isn't great. Oh, but I guess it would only matter if these are on stack size 1. Because if these are functioning as slow stack inserters, that's probably worse. Okay, this is no longer limited by... This is no longer limited by that. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. We're actually, like, resource limited now. Cool. So as soon as I take the speed mods from here, we start to need the speed mods there. The endless bottlenecks that are Factorio. These are actually running at a pretty good rate. This one is a little bit slow. I think I need to expand it to be 1 more for the pattern. Let's see if I can get another substation in. I don't think it matters that much. Can I move this over? Not really. Oh, except there wouldn't be another beacon here. So yeah, I can move this one over. Or maybe I should just place this at max range and hope things line up. if I expand it, because I don't actually know how this tessellates. It doesn't. Yeah, it does not tessellate. Okay, then we don't need to worry about it. Okay, let's see. That one doesn't have the beacon, so this is going to run a bit too slow. We have more powder than we have cryonite crystals. Oh, right, right. I said the ratio is like 1 to 4, and then I put a second industrial furnace. Yeah, that makes sense then. No wonder why I'm bottlenecking. There you go. I don't know if the prio of this is good. I feel like it's not. Also, I really don't know how to use substations effectively. If you can't tell, I just keep realizing I don't like where I put them. Okay, this should be a lot better. Yeah, there we go. As soon as I run out of as soon as these are all being consumed, as much as they produce, I think we are good. Because that means we are better off than our old build was, and that is what matters. Can we just use an underground here? I think so. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll add one more compressor. There we go. I don't know if we need to expand it, because I think that should be good. I do like how the substations can reach across. No, I'm definitely getting more use of the substations. But they're pretty cool. Wish I had brought more. Okay, and then we're gonna start to run out of cryonite, and or we're gonna start to be limited by the drills again, and then all of this expansion will be for nothing, right? We could, if I do get too low on cryonite, I could technically just remove prod mods from this and start getting a higher throughput. But that's not super critical just yet. I think this is consuming all I'm mining, though, which is a decent goal. I might actually... I don't know how well this is keeping up. Oh, never mind. This is keeping up plenty fast. But if I recycle this... If I recycle the water... Actually, no. I would need another boiler. Because it doesn't recycle water, it recycles... Or it doesn't recycle steam, it recycles water. Which would mean it would decrease how much this pump runs, which is like 20 per second. It's really not a big deal. Okay, these are looking good. Petroleum is producing, heavy oil is producing. Perfect. I could do more cracking. But I think that'll keep running for a while. We don't use a ton of heavy oil, so that's enough for like 20,000 cryonite. Okay, and then I am assuming that I need to do... I think I need a glass rocket here, and I need a cryonite rocket. Or cryonite cannons. We have a couple options. I haven't really decided yet. It was what we were talking about earlier. We have two options for getting stuff off planets. We can either use a lot of rockets, or we can use a lot of delivery cannons. The rockets require like 4 or 5 rocket part rockets, and probably waste a lot of cargo pods. Not cargo pods. Delivery space capsules. But they make logic a lot better if you're sending one resource to a lot of planets, which I think cryonite would do. Because cryonite will probably go to space, and it will go back to our home planet, and it probably will go to a couple other planets as well. Whereas if you were to do that with delivery cargo, you need to set up like 4 different launches. So it's definitely less expandable. We just need to figure out how to do the capsule deliveries. There is one option of making it, after all that work of avoiding delivery capsules, using 20 delivery capsules to deliver all the parts for a space capsule, but I feel like that is not a good plan. If I also just accept that I have 5,000 space capsules making its way around every planet, like, I can live with that. They're not that expensive. Like, they're a tenth of the cost of a rocket. It might be worth your time to make ice here and rocket that out. Well, currently we're not too limited on water ice because we mined that directly. But that is one of the reasons why I wanted to remove biters from this world, just in case I wanted to use it to as a water ice planet later. So I wanted to be safe in case I did these expansions. So yeah, it's definitely we don't need it yet, but it's definitely on the checklist when we need it. Because right now we have, let's see, which planet is it? This one. We have about 7 million water ice being mined on an asteroid, and we can get another 5 million pretty easily. So yeah, we're definitely good for a while. Although I do need to get rocket fuel over here. I might use that really silly rocket fuel recipe. Because, like, yeah, it's slow. It's incredibly slow. But look at all this copper over here. How much is that? What is the silly recipe? I haven't seen it in a while. One copper plate into rocket fuel. Also like 10 water ice. Okay, the fact that it uses 10 water ice is not so great. But it would make it that I don't need that much rocket fuel on this planet. And I could launch like 20 million? 20 million divided by like 1,000? I could launch like 2,000 rockets with this copper patch. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, that is one advantage of producing water ice on this planet. We can actually get solid fuel. We can actually get fuel locally. And then, honestly, we have a couple options. We could just expand our base out and start getting crude. A train would actually be really useful on this planet. Like, surprisingly, I might actually do a train. Like a decent train. Well, not a decent train. A train. let's let's not let's not call it decent until it's actually built. But like an oil train would be good. Did you hear train? Hello, hello. Welcome, Deacon. You did hear train, yes. I will probably be using a train now that we no longer, hopefully, well, hopefully no longer have biters on this planet, as long as our meteor defenses hold out. So yeah, I will be using a train to go collect oil and stuff, which will be pretty cool. We can even we can make a nuclear powered train. Oh, that would be so awesome. Because we can use a train for cryonite. We can use a train for. Oh wait, I need holmanite, don't I? Okay, so yeah, it's a good thing we cleared this planet because this can be our holmanite planet. Yeah, lots of good reasons that we spent 2 hours trying to recycle this planet. Okay, and then I don't actually know is our cryonite. Wait, what are those called? It's not spelled with a T. Okay, cryonite rods. Okay, let's see if this is increased. Um, we are producing as much now as our old planet, but we're producing it safer. I'll take it. So this isn't larger, which makes sense because our old planet used to consume this entire patch. But we're producing it more comfortably, which counts for something. And once we get a train set up, well, I mean, technically we could belt it. This isn't that far. But if we get a train, we can have all of these patches connected, which is ambitious, but it would be nice. And then we would definitely be able to afford to make ice here. If we could produce that much cryonite. But yeah, I think next time, because we did most of what I need on this planet, I think we're kind of stranded here. Well, not completely stranded, but uh, it's a long trip back. I might just emergency burn, to be honest, because it's like a 20-minute trip back from this planet to the home planet. Redeemed melon. Let's see if I can get that cooked up. Because I was gonna wrap up space exploration, but I could definitely end with melon. You want to play around in the melon game? Let's see. Is my TV on the right input? I think it should. I'm like 5 feet away from the mic right now, so I don't know. I think some words are going through, but they're probably pretty quiet. Okay, input. Okay, let's see if that worked. I might have to refresh it. Let's see. HD capture card. Are you working? Also, let's save this while I'm here. Destroy canoe. We do not need to destroy canoe anymore. We need to figure out rocket part rocket. This is... I'm gonna have to put 3 landing pads on every single planet if I'm doing it the way I want to. Or 2 landing pads with logic. I haven't decided which is better yet. Like, one of them has the advantage of it's copy paste with absolutely no, like literally you just copy paste it and you're good. But it uses 3 landing pads. The other way uses logic and probably wastes a lot of rocket space, but you copy paste it, then I have to change the transmitted signal, and that sounds like something I don't want to do. Plus, it's space exploration, so using a rocket sounds a lot more fun. Well, using more rockets sounds more fun than one logic rocket. Like, we're moving past that point. The amount of wasted resources I have will be pretty high, which is not ideal. We also need more rocket fuel. If we're going to do a rocket fuel rocket, I think we'll need to either ship rocket fuel or just set up rocket fuel production on every single planet. But yeah, let's see. Is it detecting? Moment of truth. It did a little blinking thing on my end, so that's always a good sign. Da, da, da. There we go. It worked. I finally figured out the trick to getting it set up. For some reason, if I turn off my computer or if I connect it after OBS starts, it doesn't detect it. So I have to reset. Like, I have to reset the whole capture card, which is only like 2 clicks. I just took me a bit to figure out how to finagle this. But yeah, let's play a bit of fruit game. Let's see. Factorio is closed. Good. There's no music right now because the game is empty, but is it getting sound? No, it's not. Or yes, it is. Perfect. Oh, there's a new update for the game. Definitely not updating that now because I don't know how long it will take. But yeah, that's exciting. Wait, is it a Christmas update? Is there any chance that's a Christmas update? Because that would be fantastic. Okay. I was like, you didn't loot. I was like, staring at it as it just forced to load, or as nothing was visible. Uh-oh. I'm about to do something that might break it, and I'm very scared. Oh, good. No, we're good. My TV is a bit glitchy, so if I turn down the volume on my end, it sometimes changes the input. I don't know why. Let's see. Wait, didn't I redeem you doing an actual melon? You redeemed melon game. What are you talking about? Does that mean you don't want... Does that mean you don't want the Christmas version, if that exists? You want a melon in that melon game? That's fair. We'll see if I can actually get a melon. It would be nice. Why is this not working? Oh, I forgot. Forgot how long it takes to like to load a game for some reason. I feel like the game's pretty simple, but generating stuff takes a few seconds. That's it's a mean spot for that strawberry, but I guess that'll work. It rolled off. That's what matters. I'll also be getting I'll be getting a Bluetooth keyboard pretty soon, which will be super nice for for when I do anything that isn't Factorio, because it will give me access to a lot more controls whenever I am playing a different game, because, you know, when I'm playing something with a Switch, it's kind of hard to manage if I have, like, the wrong screen on or something. Because a lot of the time... Hold on, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah. A lot of time, I accidentally, like, bump a button on my controller that somehow changes OBS. I don't know, like, I just shift and step on and bump the wrong thing, which isn't great. And I don't have controls to change the screen back, which is not ideal. So yeah, hopefully having a Bluetooth keyboard will make it that I can change things back a lot more easily, because I'll have access to a mouse. Because it's like a Bluetooth keyboard with a touchpad on it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. It might also come in handy when I'm doing like blueprint design for Factorio. I haven't really used a Bluetooth keyboard from this chair before, so I don't know if it'll extend how long I could stream a game like that. Because it is a bit uncomfortable to use a keyboard slightly reclined. But we'll see. It might make it that I can do design streams for my Burner 100 from using a touchpad. Who knows? I don't know. It's either that or a controller. And I don't think it could be worse than a controller. Like, it's a low bar. Very low bar, so I don't think it can be worse than that. Okay, this is decent. Those cherries in the corner aren't too bad. I just need to be careful not to make this cherry problematic, which is looking harder than I would like it to be. Because we're getting some great drops for any situation where I'm not trying to get rid of that cherry. This is looking bleak already. Oh, there we go, okay. If we can drop this fast enough, it could roll under. Okay, it didn't work. Now what are my options? Let's see, if we make an apple, if we make a pineapple, everything shifts. So let's just aim for making a pineapple here instead. That's the new goal. That looks pretty good. There we go. We need to be able to make an orange in there, which I really don't like. That's a pretty bad spot for an orange, but options are very limited right now. Okay. That was a pear, not a pineapple, but I think it still did the job. That strawberry might come back to haunt me. Now it's really gonna come back to haunt me, so maybe it'll be okay. But it's very much going to separate the pineapples and probably stay there for the rest of the game. But we'll just ignore it. Denial is a very powerful strategy for any game. Highly recommend it. Then we have, let's see, if we wait a bit, they should all compress. I don't think this pear is going to be pushed up, but we could probably throw like a cherry down here or a strawberry and it might roll over. Maybe. Okay, cool. I'll take it. And then those pears are so close to touching, but I don't think it's possible because of that. I think the grape. I actually can't tell what's blocking it. I'm pretty sure it's the grape. If we can somehow get rid of the grape, though, I think we're golden. Wait, we have a strawberry. This will get rid of the grape. And now the strawberries. Now the strawberry's in the way. Okay. So the strawberry is going to be a problem. That's good to know. But at least it was a problem. At least it wasn't the first problem. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that gives us a honeydew. Or whatever these are called. I don't think they're called honeydews. Does anyone know what those are actually called? Because they're... Because honeydews are a lot lighter, but it could just be an aesthetic thing. But I don't think they're honeydews. Are they just small watermelons? Japanese melon? Because I can picture like a Japanese melon thing that I've seen in shows where they have like a little handle thingy on it, which is probably what that's supposed to be. But I don't know what kind of melon it is. Cantaloupe? No, that maybe? I don't know. It's not a cantaloupe, is it? It could be. It could be a cantaloupe. I've never seen a cantaloupe with like a stem, but I think that's just because they cut them without the stem. I imagine they all have stems. Yeah, it could be a cantaloupe too. It's so vibrantly green that makes me question any fruit it could be, but I'm fairly certain that's just an aesthetic choice because it looks nice. Because cantaloupes are pretty light, right? Like almost white. I don't see a great option here. Also, there's oranges in the way. I think those apples are goners. So we'll just abandon it and go for a different apple instead. There we go. Perfect. Okay, if this pushes this correctly, that gives us a peach, which is pretty helpful. I don't think that grape needed to roll over, but I don't think it caused any problems. Okay, we're shifting the balance. That's good. And then, okay, we need to get rid of this cherry. And the strawberry. Okay, we got some good rolls for that. And then if we drop 2 fruits here, I don't think if we drop a strawberry here that... Yeah, if we drop a strawberry here, it's not going to land on the grape. Or it won't stay on the grape. So we need to plan for it to be somewhere else. So we'll probably set it here. And just hope we get another grape later to get rid of it. There we go. Things are rolling the wrong direction, but I think we can make it work. There we go. If we can make an apple here, that should be good. That'll give us a pineapple. Okay, it's still not over. We just need to make sure we drop it far enough to the right that it goes to the right. Okay. We have enough space for everything if we can not cover these. But if we cover those, we're doomed, and then nothing's possible. And we just got like a really large fruit to deal with, which is exactly what I don't want. Okay, please don't roll over. That was the perfect fruit to get, but it couldn't stand on top of the grape. Okay, so this cherry might have things roll in the right direction. So I think we can recover from that. But like it's gonna be a little bit messier than I wanted it to be. There we go. This cherry, we don't really have a good place to dump fruits right now, which is really bad. Also, we can't paste anything down there because that'll cover the grape, so we just need to pop the grape out first before we can utilize it. And now that cherry rolled exactly where I didn't want it. Okay, it's technically not that problematic. The grape isn't like blocking everything, but it is blocking a little bit more than I want. Or sorry, the cherry. Okay, we should be able to get it out of the way now. We just got 2 strawberries, so that will get rid of the what is that? I think they call it a decoupon, which is basically like a cutie, and apparently these are persimmons, not oranges. Which makes sense, I guess, because like having 2 basically oranges right next to each other doesn't sound that creative, so yeah, thinking of them as persimmons definitely helps. or it definitely makes it seem more unique. But I'm gonna be honest, I've never had a persimmon. I barely know what it is. I would assume, based on looking at it, that it tastes like a tomato. But I've heard it was very sweet. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about persimmons that give me tomato vibes IRL. Maybe they're in like the same family or something. Or I'm just imagining it and I really want to justify that it's a tomato. Okay, we got it. We got the melon. Also, we have like 2,000 points, which is pretty good. I thought watermelons... I feel like I usually have less when I get a melon. But yeah, we got the melon. That's not actually... I know the point of the redeem isn't like forcing me to get a melon. It just makes me play the game. But it's nice to actually get a melon too, because it's been a while. I haven't lost my touch. This is a good redeem. Thanks for this. I'm glad I kept that, because it's just nice to occasionally like end a stream or take a break from the headache of circuit logic to just make watermelons. It's a good game, and I'm really hoping they have a Christmas update, because they removed the Halloween update completely, and it's kind of sad. Like, my sister stopped playing because she really liked the Halloween update, and she didn't really like the default theme that much. So whenever they updated it to, they added a couple new things for really, really good players, but in the process, they also removed the Halloween update. And I imagine we won't have it again until next year. But they added... I think the update also uncapped the score, because the score used to be locked at 99,000 or 9,999, and then people realized that was possible, and you could get like an infinite score. So they uncapped it, so people can actually go for that now, which is wild, because I haven't even been close to getting 2 melons at once. But like that's the secret, I think, to getting an infinite score. And it's wild. people can get really good at games. Like, Tetris players impress me. And I feel like this is a similar mindset. Just not quite as fast acting as Tetris. Well, sometimes it is. When you drop a fruit in the wrong space and you have to like throw a fruit randomly to try to block it. But for the most part, it's a pretty chill game. I also haven't had any rocket launches recently, which has helped a lot with making this game more relaxing. Because it sure is stressful when you keep having like a fruit space program. Just, you know, yeeting them into space and then losing like an entire run in a second. It's not great. Probably fun for viewers, and it is kind of fun as the player. But I would prefer it to not happen. And that grape should have gone the other way. But I guess that's fine. We can work with it. We can live through this. See, will we get a grape? No, but we did get a mandarin. There is enough space to press this down. Our options are limited. Oh, I think if I get really good rolls, I think I could technically get to 3K. But I think the odds of that are pretty low, because we're running out of space. Actually, no, I don't think there is enough space for that. Never mind. Okay, I'll set a more reasonable goal of just seeing how far I can get, which isn't even a goal by any definition. Yeah. Okay, well, 2,800-ish. That's pretty good. No, that was a good way to wrap up the space exploration stream. We'll be back tomorrow with no pipes, I believe. Unless I somehow have a change of heart and realize it's terrible. But yeah, we'll be playing Factorio without pipes. It's going to be using boilers for a lot of things. Boilers and barrels. Oh, that's a good name. That would be a great name for the run. Definitely gonna update my title. Sorry, don't forget that. Boilers and barrels. I don't know. I just like the alliteration of it. But yeah, that's it from me today. I'm gonna go, I think get some food because I'm hungry. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.